Hello and a warm welcome to Federal special program Capital Beat. Politics is all about sending the right signals. And we're going to talk about Jharkhand because that was one of the states which was quite ignored by the media, whether it was the campaign, whether it was the post election results. And that's why I thought of discussing Jharkhand today. Now, the historic mandate to Jharkhand Mukti Morcha and the India bloc under Hemant Soren's watch this time has now put him in the league of tallest tribal leaders, if I could say nationally. And this could be one of the reasons that he didn't want to generalize the oath ceremony by inducting other cabinet ministers. And in fact, many of his alliance partners have not taken that too well. But what is the kind of political signal which he has given? And what about the cabinet expansion now? Because there's no word on the cabinet expansion yet. So, what's really happening and cooking up in Jharkhand? Joining me now is Manoj Prasad, veteran journalist and political commentator, joining us from Ranchi. Thank you so much for joining. We have Anupam Shashank, a senior journalist from Jharkhand, but who's currently in Delhi. Thank you so much, Anupam, for joining. And we have Suman Srivastav, veteran journalist and political commentator, joining us from Ranchi again. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining. And let me begin with Manoj Prasad. What is the kind of signal which Hemant Soren has given by taking oath all alone? None of the leaders were there, quite unlike what we saw in 2019.
Yes, you are right. In fact, after sweeping the poll in Jharkhand, Hemant Soren appears to have become very strong, physically and electorally also. Physically, because on the left and the right and the samne and piche, everywhere he has his own strength. And the strength is so commanding that probably it will be very difficult for any other party, any other MLA or anybody to raise questions before him. Now, in this kind of scene, what has happened, that was basically very visible now is that he took oath single-handedly. Nobody else actually took oath yesterday. That is quite clear. Now the scene is, why did he do so? Despite the fact that there was a demand from the Congress side that somebody else also should take, Congress MLAs should also take oath. In fact, some time back after the results came out, Subodh Khan Sahai was the first person to raise a demand that there should be one deputy chief minister from the side of Congress. This was basically there behind the scenes, and the demand was there, but nobody actually in Delhi or in Ranchi basically favored it. But the demand was raised by Subodh Khan Sahai. You know, Subodh Khan Sahai is a leader. Now the scene is, why did actually Hemant Soren did not allow anybody else to take oath along with him? This is the question. To my mind, you know, in 81 assembly, 81 actually MLAs strong assembly, Jharkhand Mukti Morcha has won 34 seats. Congress has retained 16 seats. And this time, RJD, which had got just one seat in the past, has gained 4 seats. And similarly, there are two MLAs from CPI, they're communists, two different parties. There are two MLAs now. So the scene has changed a bit. Although Congress retains 16 seats, they are now demanding, in previous, actually earlier there were 4 ministers. Out of 12, one was vacant. Hemant Soren had kept one actually post cabinet minister vacant. There was only 11 actually ministers there in the previous government, Soren government. Now Congress has retained 16, and they naturally they will like to have 4 ministers in cabinet. RJD has demanded that since its number has increased from 1 to 4, they are saying we should have 2 ministers. Similarly, there can be demand from the side of the left also. This is one point. Second point is that, as you know, in Maharashtra, when BJP has got so many seats and yet the problem is still there and nobody is ready to take oath, that way there is a big Jharkhand, at least Hemant Soren has taken oath, and government formation is likely to take place very soon. But the challenge is there that this time there are four actually Muslim MLAs and 12 Christian MLAs. So each one of them will basically say that there should be a minister from my side, uh, from the Muslim side also, and then not only demanding the cabinet rank, they will demand there should be more, what you call, you know it very well, uh, malaidar, malaidar, matlab, where you can make a lot of, lollies and get goings. Last time, Congress had got rural development and finance. They're two important portfolios. The rural development minister, he is in jail right now. But they will demand that rural development and finance will be given. They will also demand that some other important actually portfolio like urban development, etc., will be given to them. So these are the different actually challenges before Hemant Soren to solve. He thought that the best way to uh, uh, face these challenges and try to contain them, and we should take time. And so he stuck to his stand that nobody else will take the oath. I will take the oath. This is
Right.
the way I look at it.
Right. All right. Now let me come to Anupam. Anupam, how do you really see Hemant Soren taking oath alone? How media completely missed Jharkhand, and missed in the sense that also during the campaigns as well as post elections in this Maharashtra heat, everybody seemed to have forgotten Jharkhand. But what's really happening there? If Hemant Soren has positioned himself as a very strong tribal chief minister now, but what are the challenges ahead now? Is cabinet expansion really a challenge, or he'll try and thrash out the things very easily?
First of all, it's good news for Jharkhand that in succession, this is the third stable government. In 2014, we had a stable government with Chief Minister Raghuvar Das. In 2019, we had a stable government under JMM Hemant Soren. And again, JMM has come with a thumping majority, 54 seats. Basically, personally, what I believe is like Hemant Soren knows that though this government is of India Alliance, but he knows that everybody has won because of JMM and because of Hemant Soren and Kalpana Soren. So he knows that he's the boss. So he can take like he can it's not like what I mean to say that basically he understands that people will accommodate, people will adjust to what he wants. So and this time indirectly, directly, he has shown his coalition partners that see, ultimately in Jharkhand, JMM that has won 34 seats, and he has taken the oath all alone to just to communicate this message to his coalition partners that you have to be in control and I am the boss. This is my personal view.
What about the alliance partners? And there were reports that apparently, though no leader has spoken so far, but there were, I was speaking to some people who said that Congress apparently was expecting the post of the deputy chief minister to fall into its kitty. Is that correct, Anupam?
There's a like kind of demand in the party that they expect, but all expectations are not going to be fulfilled. And there's no reason for Hemant Soren to give a deputy chief minister's post to Congress. And Congress was earlier 17, it has come down to 16, and even 16 has come because of Hemant Soren and Kalpana Soren. Kalpana Soren was kind of a star, what do you call it, crowd
Campaigner.
puller, and she was in great demand. Every candidate wanted Kalpana Soren to come to his or her constituency to talk hold a rally. So whatever they expect, I don't think that any chief minister, deputy chief minister post is going to be given to any party. And like last time, RJD had won only one seat, and this time they have from one they contested 6 and they have won 4. It's not because of RJD. Today, while I was coming to Delhi, I saw Lalu Yadav coming out of the airport on a wheelchair. So it's not that RJD, even if it has won 4 seats, it has become a great power in Jharkhand. So the power center is going to be Hemant Soren, and he knows it well. And he's not going to allow anyone to become too demanding or anything like that.
Right. No, you said that Hemant Soren will be the new power center. But if I may come to Suman now, that will Hemant Soren now emerge as one of the tallest leaders of India Alliance. And he will come out as one of the strongest pillars. Around him, the entire India bloc will revolve. Now, given the fact that Congress has lost Haryana, Congress has lost Maharashtra, uh, and Congress looks like a weak link in the India Alliance now. So, will things revolve in the India bloc around Hemant Soren?
True. You are absolutely true. Correct. Because India bloc has no chief minister in its kitty. Like Mamata Banerjee is, for all practical purposes, she's out of India bloc. Akhilesh Yadav, another strongman, but he's not a chief minister. Hemant Soren happens to be the only chief minister who is in the India bloc. And given the dwindling popularity of Congress across the country, I think Hemant Soren, along with Kalpana Soren, will be the one of the strongest pillars of India bloc. What I believe that now Hemant Soren will try to project or try to be Kalpana Soren, try to send Kalpana Soren to Delhi to be the JMM's face in the India Alliance. What the inner circle says, and she is a good orator. She can speak good English, Hindi, Odia. So she can be a suitable face for the JMM in Delhi circle. And she has proved that she is a star campaigner and she is a good crowd puller. So in India Alliance, JMM, particularly Hemant Soren, will have a very strong voice, I think. And not only in Jharkhand, his status has certainly been consolidated in India Alliance also, given that he happens to be the only chief minister in this bloc, opposition bloc. And he has convincingly defeated BJP, despite all its might, despite all its tricks, and whatever you can say. So he has convincingly defeated other. He has put BJP in a very pitiable situation in Jharkhand. So that record will remain in his name, and given the BJP's victories in other states.
Right.
But in Jharkhand, BJP, he has decimated the BJP completely, you can say. So BJP has got some 21 seats, but he has decimated the BJP.
Right. No, but there were lots of expectations from the Hemant Soren government, and I'm just reading a report. Manoj, I'll come to you on this. That Hemant Soren has announced that his government will enhance the financial assistance to women in the 80 to 50 age bracket under the Maya Saman Yojana to 2,500 from 1,000 per month, which was one of the major poll planks of JMM. And he said that starting December, 2,500 will be credited monthly to the bank accounts of each woman beneficiary under the scheme. In fact, he has said, and I'm going to quote, that we had previously decided to offer 2,500, and now this benefit will be credited to women's accounts every month from December. How would you really see this, Manoj? And what about walking the talk, as far as other things which he has offered? Is that going to be a big challenge for Hemant Soren?
Let us look at the data that are available right now. There are going to be around about 57, 57 lakh beneficiaries under this Maya Yojana. And 57 lakhs getting 2,500 rupees each of them per month. It is going to cost around about 6,000 crore rupees per annum. And it's a very big amount for this state government, which actually does not have very solid economic resource to cover it. I think the financial experts in the state government must have actually thought about it and must be looking into it. But definitely, it is going to be a very major challenge for the state government to fulfill this particular promise that Hemant Soren made. Second, very important point that is connected with the first one that we discussed about the challenge faced by Hemant Soren, to my mind is Hemant, definitely we all have now come to know that he has emerged as a very strong leader, a tribal leader in the country. Yes, he has emerged very strong, but I like to tell you that his traits of personality are so important to look into. I'm telling you, whenever any senior leader comes, he bows down and does namaskar to him. So does Kalpana Soren. They're very courteous. Number two, he is very soft in talking to his own senior ones. And third, he knows how to talk. But listen, this doesn't mean that he's a weak person. The strength lies in his own what do you call it, the way he presents himself. Right now, he's a strong man. But I like to tell you, number wise also very strong, but he will definitely like all the allies together, and then each ally will demand that you give me more and more. They will demand, but it depends how he will be able to tackle. To my mind, I think he will be able to tackle these problems comfortably. And as far as other issues are concerned, economic issues, to my mind, that is a very vital thing. And I don't know, I'm afraid whether this government will be able to tackle this particular problem in the next 5 years. Because ultimately, as you know very well, that what happened in Himachal Pradesh, ultimately the government had promised so many freebies, but ultimately the whole finance of the state government collapsed, and they had to motorcars, one of the bhavans, the state guest house in Delhi, there. To my mind, that should not. I'm sure Hemant Soren will look into these challenges and overcome it, so that actually it does not actually confront the same problem Himachal Pradesh faced. So this is a very big issue, and that has to be looked into. But when I talk to some persons who are senior and retired civil servants, they talk about the freebies now become a part and parcel of the whole political phenomenon across the country. Here also, give freebies is adopted to just secure votes, but ultimately, in the long term, it is going not only bad for the state government, but it's going to be the bad for the whole country. And that is what one should look into. And that is the reason why I say that every citizen or every politician, whether it's MLA, MP, CM, or whoever he is or she is, I think they should think first about the nation and then think about the state government. Because
Right.
totality they should look into and then try to basically.
Right. All right. No, but yeah. But Anupam, I'm going to come to you on the challenges, of before Hemant Soren now, as he takes over. I mean, this is the fourth time, he becomes the chief minister. And also, what's going to be the role of Kalpana Soren after the entire state has seen her so active? In fact, the entire nation has watched her campaign, always be by Hemant's side. And what is going to be the role of Soren also in the government? Do you see any possible role for her as well?
First of all, I think that the major challenge for Hemant Soren is to win the urban voters, because like he has won 27 seats. All there were 28 seats, and I think 27 seats have been won by JMM. But all these tribal seats are basically rural seats. So his first and foremost challenge is like to win the urban voters. Number two, he has not just emerged as a big tribal leader. He has emerged as a great opposition leader of India after winning this election. And as far as this other challenges like managing 6,000 crores annually for Maya Samman. Maya Samman Yojana is the promise and the scheme that has helped JMM and India bloc come back to power in Jharkhand. So naturally, in a state which has the annual budget of 1 lakh 10,000 crores, managing 6,000 crores is not that difficult for the state government. And besides, JMM has been claiming that the central government owes 1,36,000 crores of Jharkhand. So, they was, I heard that somewhere that uh, even if central government gives say 10,000 crores annually, if this is just a hypothesis, so managing this Maya Saman Yojana or electricity waiver scheme or this LPG subsidized LPG, all these things will be taken care of. But in my view, his made people still fear. They think that JMM is basically a party of Adivasis and the Mulvasis of Jharkhand. So Hemant Soren and the JMM needs to win the heart of urban voters also. And as far as Kalpana Soren is concerned, she is she has what her role has been commendable. Number one, and number two, we expect that even if Manoj Prasad Sahab said that she'll become kind of a national face of JMM. I don't think that Kalpana Soren will be given a ministerial berth. I think what Manoj Prasad Sahab said, I agree. I think that even I think that JMM will make her a national face of Kalpana Soren will become the national face of kind of national PR head of JMM, and she'll waste. I don't know. Think that she'll shift to Delhi, but she will kind of be a national face of JMM, and she'll be she's very
We saw of Kavita Reddy, like she was batting for her party in Delhi and elsewhere, and then that's probably the kind of role you're saying Kalpana could get.
no. I don't think. I think she'll just like be a support as she was in the it was blessing in disguise for JMM when Hemant Soren went to jail, and we saw its effect. Like he went to jail in January, and the parliamentary elections took place in May. And what happened? From 12, they came down to 8. All 5 tribal seats went to the opposition. So I think Kalpana Soren will just be a pillar and strength. I've earlier said that earlier she completed the family, now she'll complete Hemant Soren politically also.
Right. Okay. My your concluding thoughts, Suman. What would you really want to say as far as the new Hemant Soren government is concerned? His chemistry within the India bloc. What kind of an impact would Hemant Soren really have on the entire national politics now?
Hemant Soren, even before elections, there was no doubt about performance of the JMM. Everybody was telling that this government was not facing any anger, public anger, particularly JMM. But there was a doubt on the Congress performance or RJD performance. Still, the Congress and the RJD has performed well. We can say very well. As Manoj said, that they all owe it to the JMM, particularly Hemant Soren and Kalpana. So I don't think that they are in a position to dictate terms to Hemant Soren in Jharkhand. So that's why he showed it that for just 10 minutes program in Moravadi ground, he invited all the leaders from across the country to witness his sort of coronation. That was his, just to showcase his strength. And in front of thousands of, I think, the stadium, the ground was fully filled, in fact. So just to show his strength, he invited all the leaders from across the country to witness the 10 minutes program. And some leaders were, yes. So there was no, he didn't allow anybody to speak, whether it was a oath-taking ceremony, but it should have been after departure of governor. It would have turned a political program, but that was not there.
One quick question I want to ask Manoj. Manoj, that is there any possibility where you see Congress getting the deputy CM post by
Not at
any
all.
chance?
No
Okay.
chance. Absolutely not possible at all. Let me tell you why do I say so.
Hmm.
During the past 3 days, I've been moving around in Morabadi Vedan where this actually vote taking function took place. And I looked at the posters put up there all along the roadside and at the center of the thing. I found that the big poster, the big display board showed Surya Gandhi, Shibu Soren, and Yadav, this Lalu Yadav in top picture. Down below, Hemant Soren in the middle, you had this Tejashri, what is his name? His son, Tejashri, not Tejashri Yadav.
Yes.
This side. And along with Tejashri Yadav, you have Rahul Gandhi. And you won't believe a single display boards, small ones. I did not find Rahul Gandhi many places. So this shows that the posters are an indication. To my mind, Congress was not given much weightage at the stage also and elsewhere also. Why it is so? That probably the results are such that probably Congress will not be able to put pressure on Hemant Soren to accept what they demand. Now, this, if you look into the entire numbers, you find even if they withdraw, so the government will not fall. So same thing what happens in Maharashtra. The number is such that even if Shinde actually walks away, nothing happens to the BJP government because they will be there. Similarly here in
True.
Jharkhand, that JMM has got 34 seats and it has got two left MLAs and six of this, what do you call, how many? Four
But what
RJD.
is left? You were mentioning left. Left is left going to be part of the government? They are going to extend outside support. I was reading somewhere that apparently they are.
What I'm trying to say is simple and clear that if any party, RJD goes away, it doesn't make difference to Hemant Soren. If Congress goes away, it doesn't make any difference to him because he will be able to manage it.
Right.
34 seats has gone out, and the magic number is required is just 41, 42. That's all. So therefore, his government is intact. It is not going to fall under any pressure. Now that shows, as Suman said and Anupam said rightly, that probably he is so strong that probably nobody is going to put any pressure on him. So he will be
Absolutely.
able to prevail upon them that you accept this and this is okay. But let me
Right.
tell you honestly, it is not that he's dictator type. He is amenable. He is the
Yes.
I know Hemant Soren and his father for a long time, and I know that they're very he is very amenable in the political situation.
Right.
But nobody can put pressure on him and demand that he do this and he'll do it. He will not do it, and he will
Absolutely.
say that he is like that. He's a strong personality, and to
Right.
my mind, rightly, Anupam said that probably third term Jharkhand has got a strong government. It is not going to fall in the near future, and I think we should expect the government to deliver. Let's see how it happens.
Right. Right. So Hemant Soren emerges as the new pillar of strength as far as the India alliance is concerned, and he's in such a strong position. Then he is in a position to dictate, and he will force the other parties within the India alliance to toe his line. So we'll have to wait and watch how things unfold for him, and lots of promises he's made, how he delivers those promises, and how does BJP keep the JMM and Congress government at bay, and how does it keep on tenterhooks? All eyes would be on that. Thank you so much, Srivastav, Manoj Prasad, Anupam. Thank you so much for joining on the Federal. And one appeal to the viewers who are watching this discussion: subscribe to our channel, send us a feedback, and stay tuned to the Federal.